Good morning, everybody. By the time you're seeing this, it may not be morning. But right now, it's early in the morning on Wednesday morning. And I'm going to begin working on my Melodi Made New Junk Journal Makers kit, which is the Floriculture. And I have some great ideas for this paper. I'm making embellishments. And only embellishments. So there won't be a journal, but there may be some journal-y kind of things, but no journal per se. So, my first idea, I have this paper's gorgeous. I was given these napkins in a Happy Mail from Tanya in New Zealand, and I think with all this here, the little kiwi bird and the greenery, these will go perfect with this kit. So I pulled some of these out to use. I have also pulled some gigantic butterflies to cut out that I think would be perfect to use. I may or may not, but right now I'm leaning toward they're going to be in here somewhere. So I'm going to set the paper up aside, and I'm just going to pull from it as needed. So the first thing, I already folded this before I went on camera. I usually fold when I'm making something like this, and I put a flap here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here, thusly. I don't know that I'm going to sew it in, though. But I don't know that my stapler will reach this far. And it won't. Let's see. Can I gently fold it up? Okay, so I don't want to crease my paper. I should probably not be doing this on this glass mat either. I'm trying to make sure I get this on the fold. Last staple. But not. Okay. And I'm just going to smooth it all back out again. Okay. So there we have that. So now we have this flappy thing. It's stapled in. And it's a semi-journaly kind of thing. So this is something that could be dropped down in a purse. It could be used to journal on. We could add some pockets, which I may do with leftover paper. But right now, I want to work on the closure system. And let's see. Ooh, that's pretty. Because this is a big rose. I have this brass piece. How would that work? We would put it on here. We could put it on actually the whole flap. Maybe. And I would put a magnet under here. So let's work on our magnet. And since I'm using metal, magnet doesn't matter how it goes. Hope y'all been having a great day. And so what I think we're going to do is I'm just going to glue the magnet because this is going to take up. And it is metal. So always check that before we decide to do a magnet. I'm just going to glue my magnet on. And this is like, it feels like the wrong bottle of tacky glue. Because I have another one that's got more in it. But we're going to go with this one. So I'm going to put a little dab. And we're going to glue it on. Now what we can do is cut out one of these butterflies. Let's see, we might want a smaller one. One of these. And we could put it, that's not going to work. So I know, let's see. Let's set this aside for just a moment. I know from this paper, my plan was making tags. So let's do this. Let me set up where I was going to put my tags. When I first saw this paper, I immediately thought tags. This would be great tags to stick in a nature kit of any kind. I like that. Oh, that didn't draw out very dark. Let me redo that side. Pardon my hair. There we go. And then flip it back around. Now what I was hoping was that I would have enough room to do a 1-inch circle punch from somewhere on this paper, but I don't. These are still some pretty tags. So I'm set those aside. We're going to cut those out soon. Let's see. It's just, let's see what we got. I'm trying to figure, I know this I'm going to cut out the arches and make into something. Where? Oh, we have these borders. That's what we'll do. Melodi provided these really pretty borders. So let me find the 1-inch circle punch. It's buried back here underneath the stuffs. Okay. I'm going to get one. Oh, let's do it this way. From this border, this is going to cover our magnet. There we go. Set that off to the side. Now we can open this back up. Shake our tacky glue back down. I just put some glue on it. And now I'm going to place it over the magnet and just squish it down. And I need to scoot this magnet back if I can. A little bit. It's too close to the edge. Now we're going to put our little dot over it. Okay. So now, see, that's going to hold. But do we want it to hang off a little bit? I don't really have room to make the flap bigger at this point, do I? Nope. So let's see, what can we do? I think that's fine. Just like that. And I think leaving it the brass color. Oh, wait a minute. Our rose is upside down. So we'll do it this way. We're going to go this way with it. So, back to the tacky glue. Now, what I do on these, because the tacky glue is going to dry clear, I coat the entire back as much as possible. It's got little cavities. I will wipe up any excess glue that squeezes out. But this is the only way to ensure that it's going to stick. Okay, let me go on and get a paper towel ready. And there we go. So now it'll open this way, and we have our papers. And that's fine. And that's going to hold. So I'm going to set this aside to dry. But we've made a little booklet. We may put some pockets and stuff in here. Make it like a little mini journal kind of thing. We have our little rose embellishment to match this rose. And I'm going to set that aside to dry. Let's go on and cut out our tags. I think this is where our kiwi birds are going to come play. Or some elements from the napkins. And I have some nature-themed other journals that this ephemera will fit into. And I want to cut the black lines off. So let me go back and trim those off. Okay. And I also printed already on the back of these, that you remember from the paper walkthrough. So they are already done on the back. I love this paper. I really am loving her paper. Okay, so these are going to go garbage. Okay, so let's see. We have these 3 tags now. Aren't those gorgeous? And where did my little kiwis go? So our kiwi bird is a little bit on the big side for the napkins. But we have, let's see, let me cut out a square of the napkin. And tried to open it in the middle. Okay. Because what we have, see, we could use part of the kiwi bird. Oh, we could. Can't use the whole kiwi. We could use a good portion. So I think we're going to use the kiwi bird on one. I'm just going to loosely cut around him so we can get him on here. Let's see how we want to do it. I think like that maybe. So I use glue stick. When I'm gluing down napkins, I use a glue stick. And that one's almost empty. So let's get a better glue stick. And then I seal over top of them. So I know that's about where we're going to put our little kiwi dude. I'm going to cut some of this white off because I don't want it on here. Okay. And this is a dry brush, and it's a makeup brush. And I'm just using it to brush that down. I'm going to lift where I don't have glue. And put some glue. Okay. And let's see. And that needs to dry. And then I'm going to seal over the top of it with Mod Podge. And then over here, we can add I think that's pretty over the top of what's already there. Uh-oh. We are going to add glue stick to this. And I don't think I glued up quite that high. And then we have these words on this part of our napkin with still some greenery. So I'm going to cut this out. And get rid of this really straight edge over here. I'm going to round out that bottom corner a little bit. There we go. And I think just put it like right here. And maybe add a butterfly down here. Ooh, that would be pretty. Where did our butterflies go? There's a pretty green one. He's kind of too big. He's a little on the big side. This one's pretty. Let's just do this red one. Very good contrast here. So I'm just going to fussy cut it out. Now, something interesting that I have found, these, if you get them wet, the ink is going to run. So let me glue this down and then I'll show you something that I have just recently found out or discovered. I'm sure other people know about it. I didn't. So let's see, we're going to just put our little words. And it feels like there's a piece of paper or something under there. I've got napkin stuck to me now. So I'm not trying to cover up what Melodi did. I want to enhance what Melodi did. Because these papers are gorgeous. Okay. So here's what I found out. If I put water on here of any kind, it will run. However, or Mod Podge or anything like that. Clear nail polish, a very thin coat of it, and I can apply it without making my ink run. So I can seal this ink pretty quickly with a very thin coat of clear nail polish. It also makes our little butterfly brighter. Now, clear nail polish does have an odor. But I was playing around with stuff the other day, and in the process, I was doing clear nail polish, and the ink, I noticed my ink didn't run. But if I do it with glue or Mod Podge, my ink runs. So now that's getting sealed, so that when I go to Mod Podge it on here, I'm not going to have to worry about making my ink run, because I'm sealing the ink now. Okay. So we have a booklet, we have our 3 tags, we have a butterfly to go on our tags when he dries. We're going to give all that a minute. And I'm going to look at what else we can do. Now, Melody, in this kit, let me move my butterfly. I don't want to get him all. In here, the arch paper. I know I want to do that. And I'm going to do the same thing, kind of like a mini journalish thing, but it's going to have this shape of these arches. So I'm going to just cut. And this is a page that was in the kit. Okay. So what I'm thinking is this little bitty spine. I'm going to fold this in half. And it does have a spine-ish kind of thing on it. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to just bring this up more at an angle. And I'm going to fold it over and do the same, make it match. Okay, there we go. I just widened the arch a little bit, so we don't have that little sticking out part. So now we have this. And I'm going to pull 3 sheets, a sheet of dictionary paper. What else do I have? We'll put a doily in there. I think that's good. So let's just stack our pages up. We'll do that. We'll do a doily, coffee dyed, dictionary paper. Let's just do this. How wide is this? Because I don't think it's half a sheet. It may be half a sheet. We'll fold it in half while we're letting everything else dry. This is going to be the final project for today. I will trim off the top of my dictionary paper. Although I kind of like that rough, scumbly edge. So, we'll put the doily in here. Another coffee dyed paper. The dictionary paper. And this coffee dyed paper. So it's not very big. It's only 8 pages. 16 total, front and back, plus the covers. And we're not going to have to trim that much off. That is awesome. So, and this we're going to sew in with green thread. I'm going to just trim my edges. I'm going to carefully go around this outside edge. Oh, I wasn't behind all my papers. And when I was cutting, cut into that a little bit, and we missed some of these papers back here. And this is how I normally trim papers. Okay, there we go. And we can get rid of all of our garbage. So what we can do here is we can add some pockets to the insides of these. We're going to decorate both of these little booklets at a later time in this series. But there we have it. And we need to sew the signature in. I need green thread for that. Let's find the green thread. So there's going to be some rattly paper noise. And I'm going to apologize for that first. Ooh. I see some green options right off the bat that I like. So I'm thinking this one's kind of bright. Although it's a pretty color and it matches nicely. We'll keep all of this out. For this journal, we'll use this, or this little booklet. And I need to find the end. There's the end. Pull enough to make it work. And trying to get it to thread through the eye, which the eye is very blurry to me. Okay, let me recut the end. Okay, stop. Let me get a different pair of scissors to cut the end of this with. Those are sticky. There we go. And I lost my needle. Oh no. Where did I just had it? There it is. And I missed pulling some of this thread through. Oh, boy. Camera is not maybe... I'm going to switch to the big needle in a minute. I don't know how to do that because it's got a way bigger eye on it and it doesn't give me all these fits. Pardon the reach. I'm going to go with the doll needle, which is the normal one I use. Because it works that way. It's so easy. And I'm getting my thread all tangled up on stuff on my desk. Okay. I'm not gonna measure, but I am gonna line this up where I want my pages to go. Find the middle. And I'm going to paper clip. Okay. I'm going to do approximately the middle here. Put it through and pull. I'm going to go up to there. And something shifted in my book. If I have to, I'll trim. Come all the way down to here. And go back up to the original hole. And I see that I'm going to split that thread, and I don't want to do that, so go back out. There we go. No, it's not a there we go. Now it's a there we go. Okay. Put that back on its magnet. Cut this excess thread off. Put that back there as a scrap because we can reuse it. We're going to pull gently. Oops, see, just gently. We don't want to rip our paper, gather it up. And then we're going to, I tie 3 knots. Always. And paper clip it. Let's close it up and look at it. Oh, that's very pretty. We do need to do a little trimmy up here at the top, though. There we go. And we can decorate this cover. We can put some things on here. Maybe the kiwi bird again to tie some stuff back together. Look, there's a little duck. And there we go. So we've made this. We made our booklet in it somewhere on my desk. Drying. Where did I put that book? With our magnet. Over here. I found it. So we have this drying. And then we have our tags, which we are going to now continue to work on. My paper clip is back up in my drawer. Okay. And then this is dry and sealed. And I think we want to put him. Oops, we don't want to mess up our napkin edge. Okay. Mod Podge. Where is my Mod Podge? Y'all don't laugh. I haven't made it into a smaller bottle yet. It's in a Dawn dish detergent bottle. That's why I said don't laugh. I'm going to put a little bit on each one of those. That may be way too much for those. And get a paintbrush, which sounds kind of crunchy, and it shouldn't sound crunchy. We'll get a different brush that's not sounding crunchy. Okay. And I'm going to brush one way over the napkin, and I'm also going to brush over the butterfly. And I'm going to come up here to our little kiwi bird. And brush over him. Other countries get napkins we don't have. And we're just going to put this napkin down. And I don't want to go over it a bunch because it will tear. And we don't want to tear our napkin. And there we have it. 3 tags made from the kit. And let me wipe this up before I slide the napkin on it because I don't want to glue it to my table. So we have 3 tags made from the kit from one of the pages, embellished with napkin. And we have, so those 3 tags. And we may opt to do a trifold kind of tag out of these. And though that would be pretty, wouldn't it? And then have like a little booklet again with pockets and embellished. And so that's an option, a trifold tag. Those have to dry. We made this, which we're going to embellish the front. Let's see. Let's move these off to the side a little bit. There's really not a side. So with this, we could do... Ooh, where's one of the big butterflies? Oh, that would be gorgeous on there. But it's kind of really bright for this. But we could do the kiwi bird and tie this into those tags. Let's do that. But again, I want to cut the different elements out. And I want to cut around this a little bit better. So we can lay this down here. Let's cut. Ugh, I don't like these pointy edges. I really don't. Let me tear that a little bit. Okay. I'm going to try to tear around the bird. Tear down here at the bottom just to get a feathery kind of edge. Okay. So we have that. Let's see. I'm tearing off the writing. Put that right there. Let's pull this differently. There we go. And just put that on the cover. Again, I'm going to use glue stick for this first. Glue stick and then Mod Podge. Move my bird out of my way. Now we can put our little kiwi bird. I don't want a wrinkled kiwi, and this is why I use glue stick. I can reposition for a minute because our little kiwi bird is wrinkling. Okay. And now we're going to put the little words up here. And I'm making sure. I can't really read what it says, but I'm trying to make sure I got it the right direction. I think that's the right direction. We're going to need to tear some of this off. There we go. Let's put our butterflies back off to the side. And I think that's very pretty. And so we need the Mod Podge again. That's all we need. And our brush. And I'm sticking to the book. And we're just going to need to let that dry. So we have made now a book. I'm going to pull it down in camera. Oh, wait. Not yet. Let's move some stuff and clean this up, which I usually do with alcohol spray and a paper towel. And hopefully I'm not going to make all these squeaky noises. Okay. So what we've made so far from this kit, we've made this booklet, which we're going to embellish and decorate. 3 tags, which we are probably at some point during this going to turn into, I'm just going to slide it off the table a little bit, off the glass mat, a trifold tag. And we made this booklet with a magnetic closure and some paper in it as well. And we're going to embellish that some as well. These tags would fit in here awesome. So that's what we did today. There's more coming. I have some ideas for some of the cut aparts that Melodi included in the kit. I have some other ideas kind of along this line of things we could make to put in other things to use on their own and that kind of thing. So this is just the beginning of what I'm going to do with this kit. And so that's what we have so far. And I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button below. Make sure you have the little red bell tapped so you get all the notifications. And I will be uploading another one of these videos in the near future, like in the next couple of days. Thanks, guys, and have a great day. Bye, everybody.